That was a real peach there from Evil Han. What do you make of that one, Crunk?
I liked it, Dave. My mother used to sing me that.
Your mother sang you that one?
Every night, Dave, every night.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm very surprised by that. I'm not sure if I believe you, Crunk. Evil Hand he's one of Galway's newest artists.
What's she saying every night, Dave? I remember.
Well, whatever you say, buddy. Look, folks, could you keep those texts coming in here now? Remember, you can ask Crunk here anything. Anything you want. Anything. Next up, so we've got a very special guest on the air. He's a poet from Dublin that goes by the name of Peter O'Neill. And his latest collection, The Elm Tree, is available now from Lapwing Publications. That's Lapwing. As a guy who doesn't know very much about poetry myself, I'm really looking forward to this interview. Peter, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, Peter, what is it that you do exactly? I don't know much about poetry. What is a poet? Could you describe the process for me briefly?
I'd love to, but first of all, I have a problem with the term poet.
Really?
Yes. It's caused me nights and days and years of torment, that word. I don't live or sleep happily with it at all, and rarely use the word. So I'm really not sure if I'm qualified to answer this question.
But I've seen you described in various literary publications as a poet, Peter. Can you give me any sort of a gist at all of what it's about?
Okay, well let's take it from its basics. Normally, you take a pencil or some writing implement and you attack paper with it, like maybe a soldier would with a sword.
Or a fisherman, like a fisherman, Peter. Like fishing. Is that like fishing?
Okay, but that's an interesting analogy, Peter. But I'm thinking that, like the elm tree, for example. Where did that title come from exactly?
Take an axe to that thing; it'll kill you.
Oh, I can see the analogy here. So, the elm tree is to be chopped down. Is that what we're talking about here?
Well, that starts with Virgil, and he was one of the first lunatics to start this whole poetry art. And Lummas Upa, as he called it in Latin, that tree originates in the Aeneid, when Aeneas descends the underworld, right? He's going to hell.
Very good.
My father went to hell, Peter.
He's an elm tree.
No, he's in hell, Peter. My father went to hell.
But Peter, this is great stuff. But one word that I've come across in reading reviews of your work is symbolism. This word doesn't mean much to me. Could you elaborate on this? If it does exist in your poems, symbolism, what is this about?
Yeah, that's a tricky one, alright. Coke, Dr. Pepper, Vatslava.
Very
these are
good.
all symbols. But what they designate, this can be problematic because, it's all about interpretation. And of course, we're all coming from different subjective spaces. So I suppose what you're trying to do with poetry or any of this writing work is you're trying to connect with as many bells and whistles as you possibly can.
This is great.
Accepting the subjective space. It's kind of but that's trying to knock into your subjectivity.
I'm loving this, Peter. But a lot of our listeners here are not poets. They've never even read a poem in their lives, so they'd be very interested to hear what goes on in the average day in the life of a poet. I mean, could you write a poem a day, or does it take you a week, or what is the average process?
I'm eating toast at the moment. I'm sure most of your
Peter,
listeners...
Peter, can I have some toast? Can I have some toast, Peter?
Hey, butt out, Crunk, butt out. We're trying to have a literary discussion here.
Peter, will you send me some toast? Toast in the post. Is that a poem?
You can all start with toast. If you're on a run, I happen to be on a run for the last 2 years.
You're on the run?
I'm basically writing a poem a day. Sometimes 3. That's a very lucky and exhausting run. How long you can sustain it? It's all about awareness. It's all about will. It's all about passion, interest. It's like anything. Poetry is
Peter.
It's as mysterious and banal.
I'm loving this, Peter. Before we leave you, I would like to. My co-host here, Crunk, has a poem. He has a poem that he's written.
I'd love to hear it.
He's written especially for you. If you'd be so kind as to listen, and perhaps you could actually offer your critical opinion on it afterwards. But I'm going to let Crunk read this one to you.
Okay.
Peter, thank you for coming on the radio.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it there.
I'm not sure if that qualifies as a poem, Crunk. But I'm not. I'm very sorry about that, Peter. But what do you reckon? Was that a poem? I don't know. Was that a poem?
It was, yeah. I don't know why.
Well,
Fascinated.
I think you're being very lenient there, Peter, with that. But I'd like to thanks a lot for joining us, Peter O'Neill. We can't wait to read your new book. We have a copy here in the studio. Take care, my friend.
And you, and it was a great pleasure talking to you.
Bye,
Indeed.
bye,
All the best out.
Bye.
Now we've got some more fine music lined up for you. This one's by Captain A and the Commercial Monsters, and it's called Church of Sighs and Bastards. Here we go.
Oh, high-heeled thoughts in a magazine of glass. I couldn't shop for a girl like you. Should I win your vote with my last crisp note? I wouldn't buy out your misery, my dear. And I don't have the time for crying in my pint with my lazy eye and a slow clearing smile and a head full of nails and a face full of hammers. That's the youngster's lamp on the pitchfork troop. I'm the cut of the town that I pray. The searchlights search and the sandbags pile and take pride in a steady razor and the dark